Chosen ones, empaths, welcome to another live stream. Alright, I'm going to try and do this more consistently now. But you see, the narcissist knows now that burning the bridge was one of the worst decisions of their life. One of the worst decisions of their life. Ultimately, there's just no way back to you now. Okay? Through their own doing. That's what they're conscious of. Alright? Don't base... Sorry, I just need to get my notes. Don't base their silence or anything like that as they're not interested. Because the reason why I've come on live today is because I've noticed that a lot of you think, oh, they're happy now, they're with the new supply, everything's great, everything's wonderful, and it's just not the case. You have to break it down to the essence of what it really is, okay? They're dependent upon supply. Understand what that means. That's the energy of an individual. Okay, they're dependent upon that. They grow accustomed to being around you. Some of you were there for decades, all right? And even if you wasn't, don't base time off it either. I mean, the impact a chosen one and empath makes in the life of the narcissist is out of this world. But it results in them trying to destroy you a lot of the times because they get so many narcissistic injuries, so many things, right? So they're in this really tricky situation where they've burnt the bridge. They went for a vengeful thing. They got a lot of supply from that. You have to be aware of that. Okay? They got a lot of supply from the ending of the relationship. They got a lot of toxic stuff. Maybe you chased, maybe you didn't. Maybe you gave them drama, maybe you didn't. But they had a rough idea that was going to occur. And they expected more from you. Okay? Those of you that have fallen back now and you're not chasing them and you're leaving them in your own lane, this is how they start to grow a fondness through your absence. All right? The silence. No contact, not silent treatment. That's what they do, but no contact. They feel this absence. They do, because they're dependent upon, like I said in the earlier segment, unless you've just dropped in now, but they were dependent upon your energy for however long you were around them. You built them up. And something that not a lot of people realize is the very people you build up are the ones that they end up stepping down on you. What's up? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try and do this more often. I always say it, but then I don't do it. So I'm gonna try to this time. Is any if you're struggling, I don't know if you feel comfortable to, but you can put something in the chat and then I'll try and if you feel free to, obviously. Do any of you feel like the narcissist, because they're displaying that they've forgotten about you, they're out there with a new supply or whatever, whether this was even a friend that started hanging around with a bunch of other toxic individuals and you're ostracized, or it doesn't have to just be romantic relationships, but do any of you feel like they're living their best life now? Because there's nothing wrong with you thinking that. I understand you thinking that, but you got to embrace that they're unfulfillable. All right, they're never satisfied. They always want more. They're never content. You know, you're the type of person that can be content. All right, and something you got to understand is they always want what they can't have. Once you become that person who they can't have, no matter what, then they get a strong urge to mess up your life or try and indirectly Hoover or Hoover. They'll try all sorts of tactics. Sorry, let me just see what was in the chat. Yeah, they display not giving any I don't know if I'm gonna say it or get flagged, any F's, right? I don't know if I can say it. I don't know. I say it in the videos, but yeah, they display that, but that's the mask. That's what I'm saying. All right, you might have seen the mask slip, but they quickly, after the relationship, they firmly put that mask back on. All right, they'll go and be a social chameleon around new supplies and all that. All right, I'm telling you, if some of you was a fly on the wall, you would laugh your head off when you see this person. You'll be like, that's a stranger. A lot of the times, they even adopt things that you taught them and start portraying it as if it's their own knowledge. Okay, they do this to feel comfortable, to feel close to you. All right, this is what they do. Like, I made a video earlier on the channel, okay? Let's just talk about romantic relationships. If a narcissist cheated on you, okay, it's a desperate scream for attention. It's a cry for help. Don't feel sorry for them. I made a video earlier about it, if you want to check it out after this, or if you want to go over there now. You know, you've got to think about this. It's a scream for attention. You've got to look at this from a bird's eye view. Okay, you've been gifted an awakening now. You've been gifted an awakening, and you have to try and tap into that. Become stoic. Don't be so emotional. Like, not to say that you're gonna rekindle with them, but when they do these things, it's a scream for attention. They're attention junkies. They're attention fiends. That's all they want. And I'm trying to tell you that I believe energetically, I can't prove it until I get some proof of this happening, but I believe with E equals, you've heard me say it before, E equals MC squared, everything's energy. If you're where energy goes, energy flows. So if your attention is on them, and I'm not saying about, I'm on about the rumination, the stagnation, the feeling depressed, that kind of energy. That's what I'm talking about. And it's understanding you being in that place. But when that energy's on them, I reckon they can feel it. Because they're very sensitive to energy. They're energy fiends. All right? That's what they was involved with you for your energy. Enough, you know, what you've provided, the means that you provided, they were there for your energy. And they make a vital mistake. They think that they can extract this from anyone they encounter. They think they can extract this energy from anyone they encounter. And they get out there and they can't. Do you know how many people see through them? Do you know how many people see through them? You know? Oh, hi, brother. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I've got sidetracked now, but look, you need to all know that they're in a difficult situation now with realizing that they can't replace that energy source that they grew so accustomed to around you. It's all about knowing your worth. It's how you defeat them. They tried to keep it hidden from you. I know I'm digressing now, but they tried to keep it hidden from you. Your worth. They obviously know that your energy is potent. That's why they are around you. But you were unawakened at the time, or maybe you wasn't, or you fell back to sleep, or whatever. Okay? Everyone hit the like button. Thank you. You are telling the truth, Sharon. Thank you. No, I really appreciate it. Thank you. It takes a little time for you to see this, but you will get there. If you, I think you know already. Even those of you that are like, oh, they don't give two Fs, and they're out there with, like the fellow fellow person in the live chat said, like, they don't care, whatever. Like, narcissists do care. They care about how you view them. All right. Part of the reason why they went so dark on you is to push you away. It's a simple tactic. Push someone away, be cold, they get more. They see quotes like this on social media and all that stuff. All right, they read this stuff as well. All right, They read this stuff as well. Okay? And they got a plan to push you away, to be cold, to be toxic, to get more from you. But it backfires. Alright? You go off on your journey now. All of you have to have radical acceptance. Something I might have to tap into more in videos as well. All of you have to have radical acceptance, if that's the right kind of terminology. Like, sincere acceptance, radical acceptance, understanding and accepting this over for good. Accepting this over for good now. Okay? Because it's happened for your best interests. Don't go backwards. And those that have gone backwards, it's okay. It's just a good nature in you. But eventually you need to shut that door. Okay? Spur G007. Hi there. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. Michelle says, my ex-covert narc is stalking me almost a year and 6 months later. Yeah, they're deranged. See, you've seen the proofs and evidences. This is what maybe some of you need to see for you to tap into what I'm saying, and maybe that's going to arise. I can't say if it will or not. Whisper. So Holiness, Monkey Branch, blindsided after 30-year marriage, cold, cruel. They met, cheated, married in 11 months, long distance affair. Now, regret it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you see someone rush off, they're obviously not going with the right mindset. All right? Even some of you might have actually rushed off. And you can know, like, hang about, that was not the right thing to do. Another thing I want to say is none of you are prepared to be your best version of yourself and give your best, even if you met someone who was decent. Okay? Me and someone in a session was having this discussion. Even if you're your best, if you're not your best, you can't give your best to someone. Okay? You can't be that person. That's what the healing journey is all about. Okay? And someone put in the comment section earlier on, there was like, I said if a narcissist meets another narcissist, because someone wanted me to make that video, okay? And they were saying that's outcome-based healing. And I understand what they mean, but I call it the knowing, all right? It's having an awareness and a knowing that is what's going on. You don't feel no way about it. You with that mindset, having an awareness and a knowing that they are suffering, you'll actually get to a place like Samantha must know, Samantha must know that you actually wish them happiness and to become obsessed with someone else. I'm sure Michelle will say, or you might not be there yet, but you will get to that place. You actually want them to go off and be obsessed with someone else. Yeah, you would be. If they're stalking you for a year and 6 months, you're going to be like that. Sorry. You are going to be like that already. But I mean, the thing is when they're doing all this weird, cryptic, weird shit, like they're doing to, you know, the stalking and stuff like that, like they're doing to Michelle, someone who's hurt will actually take that as validation, and it's not validation, it's fucking, sorry, excuse my language, shouldn't swear on a stream, probably get flagged, but it's weird stuff, you know, what they're doing, all right? It's really weird, you know, you can't take it as validation. Brother, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I see you on the music. Remember you commented on the music, and I really appreciate that as well when you checked it out. Thank you so much. 5 months, no contact. I think we go back because it's familiar. Less work with a new meeting, a new person that comes with games. That's true. That's true. But they're not your level anymore. I know what you mean, but they're not your level. It's a risk, isn't it, if you meet someone new, but now you're not gonna dive deep. Okay, that's the difference. You're not gonna dive deep until that person proves they're worthy and certified. You see, that's when, you know, Michelle, Samantha, once you go full no contact, they cannot handle it. Stay strong, survivors, and leave them be. Yeah, they can't handle it. They panic. And something I want to say on that note, many of them, some of you have been discarded, ghosted, abandoned, whatnot, and you're thinking that your silence means nothing. Like, you've got to understand, when they was doing that ghosting, abandonment, silence, they was trying to coerce you into chasing them, being desperate, everything like that. The moment you shift, whether you're on social media or not, okay, like Samantha can testify, they keep tabs on you, okay? I know many of you think they don't, you're not on social media. They find out ways. It's what they do, okay? They do name searches, and they go on apps and social media to check if you're there, all right? But they do feel when you back away. They really do feel when you back away, okay? You need to know that. It's something you've got to know. They will feel it. They will get data. They will find out something through the grapevine. Okay, however long that's what they do with their free time. Not their free time. That's what they occupy their mind with, like at night, or if they spend periods of time obsessing about people. Not only you as well. They go on to other suppliers as well. But when you pull away, like Samantha's done, and many of you have done, sorry, when you back away, like many of you have done, they're gonna feel it, right? So when they discard and you go no contact, they stalk because you're not chasing. Yeah, exactly that. And they want to try and get you to do responses back at them, you see. But see, I digressed. What this is resemblance of is their suffering, this stuff that they do, the stalking, everything like that. It's resemblance of their suffering without you, and they don't know how to navigate in a correct, healthy way. Okay, if they approached, I guarantee, I can testify that I reckon a lot of you would have said, if they approached you with a problem when you was, whether this is a family member, whatever, friend, romantic relationship, if they approached you and said, look, I'm having this problem, I think this, or I've done this, like, you would have been there for them. Okay, problem is they didn't approach you in a healthy way. Michelle, they bait. I've got more than 100 fake pages. God. Yeah, they're messed up. That's what a lot of you... I've heard of people in sessions that have had full-blown conversations with someone. Okay, this is what someone recently was telling me in a session. They've had full-blown conversations with someone on a dating app who they thought was new and turned out to be the narcissist. I remember a lady told me some time back now, there was some false account, some account she was talking to, and then it revealed it was them. You see, that is what they do. I've heard this from many survivors in sessions, right? So Michelle is another one that's dealing with that. That's why I try to discuss it on the channel. But has anyone got any questions? Because if you got a question, I don't know if you want to, it's up to you. They will even ghost. Oh yeah, I know you lot are. See, I'm not ready. I don't do live stream that much. I realize it lags a bit, doesn't it? So, they will even ghost the kids to hurt the other person because they want control of everything. Yeah, they will do that. They will do that. And I will say, as I'm not a parent, right? Those of you, whether you are a single mother or a single father, you're going to do the best you could. It's a hard task what you've got if someone runs out from you. And, you know, my hat goes out to you. You know, my hat goes off to you. Like, I don't know how you do it, you see? It's a hard, you have to be the role of the mother and the father. And even if they're in your life, this is something I want to say. You can't co-parent with a narcissist, okay? All of you need to look into parallel parenting. Maybe I need to talk about that more for the new viewers that haven't heard me say it in the old videos. Okay, you can't co-parent with a narcissist. So the thing is, you're going to have to be a mother and a father role to this child, to your child or children. It's very difficult. Rent free. Hi, hi, Zion. The narc and flying monkeys are smearing, stalking, and harassing me around half a decade after I rejected them. Yeah, they're messed up. They're messed up. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you coming out, all of you, saying your piece and stuff. I really appreciate it. Shows how unhinged they are. Exactly. Michelle Samantha, when I took him back after the first discard, he told me himself he watched my page every day. He even drove by my house. Their unwell stalking is part of the disorder. Exactly. That's mad. And he's truthful as well, telling you. Maybe he was trying to instill fear in you. Possibly, Michelle. You get spiritually attacked and you know it's them. Sam B. Yeah. Now you do. All of you, but once they stay the same, if not they get worse. All right, you're gonna go on well ahead. Okay, you're gonna even start digesting narcissist content in the future, maybe, where you start applying it to other people. Okay, you start seeing other people come in your life. All right, you work, all these other things. You're seeing these narcissists around. Sam B, their demons attack you, especially when you're getting close to God. Yeah, they get angry. Some of them are very. Something I want to say. You're right about that, Sam B. Many of them are very religious. Pretend to be very religious or spiritual or something like that. Okay, this is what you need to watch out for going forward. They'll mirror you to a T. All right, you know. I don't know if you're into whatever you're into. Okay, they'll come along like the perfect person, displaying all of the stuff. All right, but they have no interest in these things. They have interest because you're interested in it, and they can get supply by getting closer to you, pretending they're on your wavelength. All right, so something I want you to embrace, that a lot of them they go off with your light. My first session, the person was concerned about the narcissist going off with their light, but I was trying to reassure them that they do go off with your light, but it fades. All right, it fades, it dwindles. They go up. That's why they're so energized after the relationship. Spur G007. I'm able to spot them right away thanks to the narc. That's good. That's good that you can spot them now. Brother, sorry, I can't say. What is it? Bronchitis must go. Now I can read it. Oh. She told me wanted to be christened. Then when the priest called, she didn't answer because she so-called had anxiety. Lol. That's messed up. It's either a lie or she was actually getting, attacked by the spiritual realm. Provoked by the spiritual realm. I don't know. Yes, I've met someone that are religious. What a crook. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate everyone being here today. I'm going to try and do these more. Just drop in with something when I get a spontaneous message that I want to get across. Just remember, they are in that place. They've burnt the bridge. Don't base your life off their decision making. They make poor decisions. All right? And they're stuck now. All right? That's what I mean by the burning of the bridge. They don't know how to get out of it. I will do more live streams. I'll be back tomorrow. Let me tell you now. I'll be back tomorrow around a similar time. Around similar time. So if you're around, check it out. Okay, even if you drop in and drop out, and just yeah. I appreciate all the likes and everything that you gave, and yeah, I really appreciate everything. So everyone, stay blessed. I'll be back on our video soon. Peace.